05 or order online hbextracts.com. Heart and Body Extract 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw of free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power, a gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. Yeah, fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Finally in the news this evening, it's being reported that cyber spies from Russia and China have now penetrated our power grid. Even as energy experts are reporting that each summer we get closer and closer to the limits of our nation's power grid, some say that this summer's demand for electrical power may finally push the grid over its edge, creating a cascade of power outages across the country, putting us all in the dark.
Are you prepared for the next round of storm-related outages or government-created blackouts? Have you ever thought about taking steps to get off the grid and generate your own private supply of electrical power? If so, this will be the most important information you have ever heard. Solar-powered generators are finally available. They have no moving parts to wear out or break and require absolutely no gas whatsoever. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Check out mysolarbackup.com before you lose your power.
I got to be honest with the audience. Things are moving faster and are worse than I even thought they could get this quickly. I mean, we know the globalists are tyrannical, but to see in the United States bills introduced to charge you with felonies federally if you, quote, hurt someone's feelings, and to see it being introduced by prominent members of the House and racing, to see 3 bills introduced where they can secretly ban your Second Amendment. And, you know, Chuck Baldwin last week interpreted this bill and said, you know, they could use the no-fly list. They could use the MIAC report list. They could use these other lists to, and then now with the new bill, it confirms our worst fears. They say yes in H.R. 2401. If you're on any list or any database or anything, or on the no-fly list, no Second Amendment. Pastor Baldwin, you know, people accuse us sometimes of being fearmongers. No, we need people to raise the alarm. We need people to stand up and warn the public, or this is all going to make it. And then I just can't believe we're having kind of like an amalgamation of a Soviet/Nazi takeover. I mean, does it ever just stun you that this is happening?
Alex, I agree with your assessment that it's happening faster than we expected. I can tell you, I've in fact, people that are listening right now that know me and have listened to me in my comments over the last few weeks, I've said the exact same thing as you just said. You know, we anticipated some of these things to be happening over the next several months and maybe even a couple of years, but we've seen things escalate at such a rate over these last few weeks that it's really difficult to keep up with it all. I mean, I know that you are poring over all this information as you see it coming in every day, 3 hours a day, and it's hard for you to keep up with it, as you just said. And I find the same thing to be true. It's happening at such a fast rate that it really is hard to get a handle on it. And I think that the American people, the ones that are beginning to wake up, the ones that are beginning to sense that things are going in the wrong direction, I believe it's kind of taking them back as well, how quickly this is happening. Now, the positive thing about it is, Alex, I do think because of your show and many other people that are out there trying to sound the alarm, whether they call us fearmongers or not, so be it. They probably said that about the committees of correspondence back in the 1700s. This is reality, and people are beginning to awaken to reality. That's the positive thing. And I think that the line is being drawn in the sand right now. And I think that people are going to have to decide, what side of that line they're on. Either they believe in the Constitution, they believe in the rule of law, they believe in the fundamental principles of the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, they believe on those principles that America was founded, or they are going to willingly, of their own volition, surrender to this New World Order mindset. And I do believe that line is being drawn in the sand. And I would just like to encourage your audience out there to keep abreast of this and to recognize that what is happening quickly, and we need to be prepared for what is yet to come.
And make no mistake, this is history, and just as the enemy is moving quickly, the awakening is also accelerating, and that also takes me back. I mean, it's exciting, but when you study sociology and history and human activity, it's a very explosive situation. And, I'm not some hot shot. You're not a hot shot. We're not looking for physical conflict. But unfortunately, I see in the cards, or the tea leaves, as they say, that this is going towards a collision course. There's no doubt. We've never seen an acceleration of tyranny anywhere near this. And it's clear the establishment has decided to jump. They've decided to go, total commitment. And I just hope the patriots out there know this is it. This is everything foretold, everything we've been building for, against the enemy, everything they've been building against us, all of our preparations, all of our warnings. It's clear we are entering, I believe, the battle zone. Chuck Baldwin?
Yeah, I agree. And I think the battle zone right now is with some of these state legislatures that are beginning to take a stand in their respective states. I think we have, between 25 and 30, you probably got a closer number on that, of the states around the nation that have either passed or have pending legislation.
That's 32. 3 states have passed it. A bunch of governors are trying to block it,
Right, that are taking a stand for state sovereignty. That truly is exciting. I mean, whether or not all of these states truly understand, all the legislators truly understand what's at stake here, or whether or not they actually pass because of a governor's veto or whatever, all that notwithstanding, it's still exciting in the sense that we have well over half of the state legislatures around the country that are at least awakened to the point that they recognize their 10th Amendment prerogatives and that they, as an independent, autonomous, free state, have an obligation to stand and protect freedom in their states. That is truly exciting.
Dr. Baldwin, stay with us for 5 more minutes on the other side. I want to get your ideas on how we fight the anti-free speech legislation, the anti-Second Amendment legislation, and a lot more. The website's ChuckBaldwinLive.com, ConstitutionParty.com. We'll be right back with the 2008 presidential candidate, Chuck Baldwin.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports, and they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633 or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633, or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.